Welcome back to our final segment here of the Citrus Today Show. Cindy Fine joining us from the Boys and Girls Club. And we were just getting ready to start talking about some success stories, because I like for folks in the audience to know some of the great things that are happening at the Boys and Girls Clubs and organizations like it. And you've got some real success stories to tell.
I do, and I think, if you read the article in the paper a couple weeks ago, we're the best kept secret in Citrus County, and I really want to change that title. And I think you're so correct, because people see and they're going, okay, after school I can drop my kid off, it's daycare. It's so much more than daycare, and people get really surprised. So we were talking about the Inverness Club and the beautiful location that is, and how great it is to have that from the city. And here's a perfect example of what that does for us. This year there was a mom who moved into town, didn't have a place to live, didn't have a job, obviously, doesn't have a car. She got a housing. It's within walking distance from the club. She has 2 daughters. She came to the club and said, okay, here's my situation. I'm living down here. I don't have a car. I'm not working, but I want to make sure my girls are taken care of. We brought them in, total scholarship. They're not paying a dime. Mom's not working. How can you ask her to pay for that, right? We don't turn anybody away. So we did that. Then we said, okay, we'll take care of that. She saw the box that we have, which we call give-take box.
Right.
Families who have some extra food, drop it off. And she said, well, what's this? And the club director explained, if you need something. And she was very hesitant. She's like, well, Donna's like, I'll go get you a bag. So here this woman is, doesn't know anyone, doesn't have a car, get to the grocery store. She was able to take some extra food to supplement what she had. Then we were able to help her and remind her that United Way is holding their land that job. And we said, you know what? It's at the college. God loves Citrus County. The bus goes right there. Yeah. You don't need a car to get there. Yeah. So, this is part of what we're doing in the community. It's not just, I'm going to take your kid and I'm going to babysit him. We're going to give enrichment programming, but we're also going to help the family and make sure that in the community that we're all blending. And that's what I love about it. It really is a unit.
And that, again, it just highlights what you're doing and working together with other agencies. You mentioned United Way.
Yeah.
The transportation line that we have in Citrus County, a great thing. All these things that do fit together to help our citizens and new people who are moving here to fit in, blend in, and make us even that much better community.
And another success story I'll share with you out of our Central Ridge Club. We focus so much on academic success, and you and I have talked, it's not just we want them all to graduate from high school, we want them to have a plan after high school. But first you've got to get there. So there was a grandmother that called the Central Ridge Club, and she said, my granddaughter told me to call. And the granddaughter said, I want to go to the club, I want to do my community service with the club, and I'm failing algebra, and I want to pass. I want a tutor. So first off, hats off to the child for saying, I know I'm failing and I want to do better. Hats off to grandma, who is disabled, can't drive, can't get her to the club, but says, we're going to make this work. So now we're working with another family in the club to be able to take the child home. I'm going to talk to her church, see if there's anyone from the church, if there's a night that we need, a fill-in, that we can get that taken care of. So now she's going to be able to get that algebra grade up and get the community service, and now start to develop this other whole relationship with club members. And we're so excited about that. Now I'm going to take that a step further, because you know that I've been looking for vans, right?
Yes.
Okay, so here is one of the perfect segues to it, because here we have a child who lives about 1.5 miles from the club, a little far to walk, especially when it gets dark at 5:30, right? We don't want them walking. So we're working on the van. I think we found one. Hopefully we'll have it within a few weeks, maybe a couple months, but I think we found one. And now we'll be able then to put it at that club, which has walkers, and say if it's raining out or if your mom can't make it, we'll be able to take you home.
We can pick you up and take you home. Yeah.
Yep. So how great. The schools bring them to us, and we'll be able to get them home if the parents or guardians aren't able to. And that's what we do. It's not just we're going to take care of your child after school. We're going to teach them about good citizenship, because that's what we're demonstrating, the role modeling.
Well, and you also, I noticed when you said about, the lady that came in, it's not just the children that you work with and you help.
Right.
You help their parents to a point so that they know what they can do, and you give them some hope and
Yeah.
some guidance for people who don't have it. And that's very important, even in the life of the child when they go home,
It definitely is.
Yeah.
It
And
means a
today
lot.
you don't have, if you have one-parent homes, you don't really have any parents in the home because one's working. So the children are raising themselves. And the Boys and Girls Club is just a wonderful way for them to, get in there and network and have all these experiences they might not have.
It really is. And the power hour where we know, we're tracking their grades, we know they're raising their grades. The parents love it because when they do pick them up, they come home from work, they've got to go home and make supper. And they maybe are stressed out at the end of the day. They can't do the reading or the math or, whatever. It's all done.
And
They
then
get
you
in the
get to
car-
enjoy
yeah.
their children.
And now they can interact and have just some family time. I was always big on family dinner, let's talk about the day and all that. But if you've got homework and other things looming over you, it gets tough. So, yeah, it really is a wonderful program.
Well, before we get away, do you have some new programs or ideas that are coming
Yeah,
up you
we've
wanna
got
share?
some new stuff. I always am working on that. All of our clubs will now be starting to offer specialty clubs, so that it might be that your child can't attend 5 days a week. They're maybe doing after-school activities or some other thing. But if there's something that they're interested in, so we have a garden club that's going to be started at the Inverness Club. All the clubs are going to start a board club because that's what the kids have said they wanted. So 2 days a week, and we'll be able to post up the time soon, they'll be doing that. So if your child just wants to come, say on that Tuesday and Thursday, so that they can participate in a club that's of special interest to them,
Right.
we'll be able to do that. The biggest one, of course, is I'm still pushing the tween teen programming. And we're doing one Saturday event every month. And this Saturday, it's the 31st down at Floral Park. We're going to do the disc frisbee golf. Kiwanis of Inverness is gracious enough. They're going to come down and cook hamburgers and hot dogs for us and interact with the kids. And we've got, again, about 20 kids that are going to attend. So that's 20 kids from between 10 and 2 that we've taken off the street, off the couch, and got them out interacting and learning. This is all team building, leadership. It's not just physical exercise. It's all those other important characteristics.
And the mentoring is great
Yes.
at the same time.
It really is.
Cindy, always fun to have you here.
Thanks.
And hear what's happening with the Boys and Girls Club. We'll have you back in soon.
Yes, please.
And we
Always
hope
nice
that
to see you.
all
Nice
of
to
you
see you.
join us on the next edition of Citrus Today. Thank you.